with me. Even when I'm in work, I phone him up 3 or 4 times a day. One day I came home, and he's got his head in the bucket. And I said, why didn't you call me? I shouted at my wife, actually. I said, why didn't you call me? And she looked at Liam, and he said, I didn't want to worry you, Dad. Wow, what a kid. Irritability, yeah, I am awkward to live with at the moment. Oh, man. You can see the emotion. It's just something set me off. I went up today, I took him to the top of the Skytower today just to see one of the guys and say thank you. I got as far as and gone. And I'm normally quite tough, quite strong. So it messes you up in your head, totally. I go from angry to well, despair, and then back to angry. That goes back to the irritability one at the first bit, yeah. So don't get on my nerves tonight, okay? And if you do, I apologize now. I might hit you, but then I'll be sobbing in the corner. Isolation, I can't be bothered. I go to work on a ferry. I can't be bothered listening to people and saying, they've got this problem and that problem. I sit at the back of the ferry on my own because I don't want to talk to people, because their troubles, I don't care, you know? And physiology, in your training, I've been an ex-breathing apparatus instructor, so we learn about physiology and what blood's doing and your temperature and your heat and all this sort of stuff. So it's all there, which is a good thing, because it's helped me a couple of times identify things early and take them in. But it's also a bad thing, because it leads to the anxiety. My wife bought me this. I asked for an Apple Watch. She thought it was just a nice gift, but I knew it had a heart rate monitor on. So he's asleep at night, and I'm just like, I put it on his heart, and I'm just like, yeah, that's okay. He's doing all right. Constantly with his temperature. I'm a big soft dad, so he still sleeps with me, especially now. So as soon as I sort of stir at night, my hand goes, boom, straight onto his forehead to make sure he's not got a temperature. And his skin color, you see when he's going pale, and you're thinking, oh, hang on, his hemoglobin's not good. And recently I called the hospital 4 times, and they're very good. They are so very good, and they just put you at ease. And in the end, I said, no, I'm taking him down to get a local blood test. That led on to another blood transfusion, so I don't know if he's happy with me for doing that, but... and yeah, your fibre, you guys are always prepared. You come back from a shout, you put your boots down, and you're ready for the next job. That's me at the moment. I'm constantly with him thinking, right, what am I going to do? How am I going to get him from here to there? Where's his sick bucket? How am I going to get back to the hotel tonight? My alarm's just gone off to give him I told you that, didn't I? So I'm getting old, I forget. And there's some physical changes. I used to be so slim and handsome before all of this. Now short, fat, and bald, sadly. These guys are awesome, what they've done. Thankfully, I haven't needed to dig into what they do too much. But what they do, the patient and family support is outstanding. The financial assistance, just all of this is what you guys do, We were okay, but just petrol vouchers and things like that. Just these, if you're going through this and you might not even have a job at the moment, but it's all good to help. All of this, education support programs, carers need support as well, because they're seeing some emotional stuff, and they've got kids of their own. It's not good, some of this. They just set up a kids club for kids with sisters and brothers who are going through this. They're seeing their little siblings. You see some horror sights with these kids. And that's going to stay with these brothers and sisters. So they've set up a kids club to sort of help them through all this. Advice and support. The information and awareness, which I'm all for now. I tell people all the time, look, these signs to look out for. Represent the needs of the patient. Again, I haven't needed any of this stuff, but and this fascinated me. They set up the assistance with research with the University of Auckland, which I thought was awesome. Here's my boy. And of course, fundraising. What a brilliant event. Can I just give this to LBC and you guys for what an amazing event for this. All possible through you guys. You know, all of the things they do, they don't get any funding, and it's all possible because of you guys. They help people like me and other sufferers. What they have done for me is this monkey in my chair. You see my boy at the top in the middle? He'd never been into this classroom. And then all of a sudden, he's a new kid, and it's hard enough for a kid going into class. But when you're a bald kid and you've got a vomit bucket next to you and you've got all this other stuff going on. So they introduced this monkey in my chair where Tim, my good man Tim over there somewhere, he went in, they do this monkey in the chair. Tim gives the class, he ended up doing it for the whole school near enough. It tells them about leukemia and blood cells and what these kids have to go through and explains the whole thing. And if Liam's sick, this is because of this. And he might not be here sometimes for a few weeks because of this. So what they do is they have this monkey, and the monkey is Liam. So when he's off sick, the monkey takes Liam's place. And he carries around this little monkey, which is toasted marshmallow. I don't know where the name comes from, but he's got it. And I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, and the kids really took this on board. And they send Liam pictures of, they had a book club the other day, they send Liam pictures of what they've been doing. And they dressed the kid up in Liam's uniform. So it really works, really, really works. And as I say, we're the lucky ones. Liam's coming to the end of his treatment. He's in maintenance phase at the moment. He's done really well. But there's, like I say, there's a lot of other kids with worse stuff going on. And yeah, if you're going to have this, we've got the one to have. Thank you. His end of treatment is 31st of August, and then he goes on to 5-year monitoring. We're so grateful to Starship. So, and this video would have been great if it was working, but it's my own fault. As an ex-trainer, you would have thought I'd bloody sort my PowerPoints out, but anyway, not to worry. In this room full of heroes, okay, proper heroes, my boy, if it works, it was him saying, I'm not a hero, I'm just doing my job, like that. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you to my son, Liam Charles Walters. Tēnā katoa, tēnā katoa. Tēnā katoa. Let's go, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for sharing your story. And a big hello and a round of applause for Jennifer, who's also here. Mum is here at table 7. So in the end, events like this, it's just people reaching out to help other people, isn't it? It's just letting your love make a difference in someone's life. And we're so happy that you've been part of this whole event. It's a beautiful thing. All right, it's time to get the man who started this event way back in the day, I believe 17 years ago. Let's get him up on stage. Alongside his amazing wife, Heather, he's put his heart and soul into this event for the last 17 years. He is the Firefighter Star Challenge. Please give it up for that hunk of burning love, the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think I've ever had an introduction like that, Jackie. Thank you. Heather, take note. We only get a few minutes to say a few things at the start here, and this week I sort of took a bit of time to reflect back on the 17 years that this event's been going, and I sort of thought about it for a while and thought about that's almost 2 decades, you know. It's a bit of time, and I'm starting to think about the people that the greater family that's involved that make this event happen. And my son that I used to carry upstairs when he was 2 years old as my weight on my back. And the camera crew that was here today, their son, who was 16, that was on the camera, wasn't even born when this event started. So just some things to think back to when we started. And that very first year, I know there's some Pai here guys here, but that very first year that we had 88 people run the event, and we raised $17,500, and we thought that was huge. So it was amazing. But as you all know, everyone comes up to me and says, about the event, and you surround yourself with more successful people than yourselves. That's the key to making these events work. And my volunteers and all the people that make this event happen. I just want to take just a few minutes, please, to say thank you to everyone and just give you, in some cases, just a little insight into it. So all those people you see today there in the green shirts are my volunteers. It's about 70 of them that make this day work. The air team, the guys that sit behind the compressor, about 6 of them, and they fill all your cylinders, approximately probably about 600 of them throughout the day. And Gavin, Greg, Colin, thank you very, very much. 2 very special people, William and Josh, you know who you are. You've just made our interaction with getting this event off the ground from the Sky City side just fun and very achievable. All the T-shirts you wear year in, year out. A very close friend of mine, Mike Mossman, I met him at a barbecue, and he said that he printed T-shirts. So I envisioned he had this little one thing that he pressed down and put up, but it was a bigger than that. But Mike, in the day when we only ran a few people, did this thing for nothing or for cost. And to find that he had lost his sister to leukemia, it makes this really personal for him. He does this for us every year. So all those shirts you wear, there's love behind this. Sharon and Reese, the camera crew that you see every year in, year out. And the one year, I didn't tell them the event was coming up. I was so embarrassed that they kept coming to the event all those early years just to help me. And that was one of the most successful things that got this event out to all the brigades, was a DVD that they made for me. And I didn't tell them. I got this phone call and I got told off. When is it? Oh, it's in 3 days, and they turn up and they did it. But Reese and Sharon lost their son to cancer, not to leukemia, but to a cancer. And I never got to meet him, Cam, but I've shared, I'm visiting their house and that, but so I know how personal this is to them, and I've seen this event grow from a seed into a tree. And James, who is probably going to become my son-in-law, he's on the camera tonight, and he's making this live stream, so everyone that can't be here tonight can see this. Thank you, James. HPE, the guys that built the trailer, is my stepbrother, and he has been telling me off for years that he had to build compressors in his shed and bring them to the event for years, and I needed something bigger. And so that big, huge trailer you see there is something that he built, and we're probably going to elaborate on that a little bit more over the years to come. BA sets. We borrow approximately 300 BA sets to make this event work, and we use them 3 times in the day. So a massive, massive thanks to NTC, mainly to Draga at the moment, supplying 130 sets today. Shane from Thames, Sandro from the far north, he's been coming down for the last 7 or 8 years with all the Northland sets. Smithy for helping out as well, and Francis and Garth that get the sets up for us. Timing New Zealand, again another little journey there. Nick, who has done it all the way through, his daughter has been helping him for the last 3 years, and she wasn't born when this event started, and now she's going to take over the timing. So that family grows. The biggest family, you guys. This event wouldn't be as anywhere near as successful as what it is if you guys didn't believe in it. Turning up every year, and I know at about 3 hours ago you think I'm never going to do that damn thing again. And in a few weeks' time, yep, I'm up for it again. And it was even harder this gone, that we only had a 7-month turnaround, and there you all are again, and even some new faces. But today I'm asking people, first time? Nah, 6th, 7th, 8th time. Thank you. Last 3, Auckland Airport, who is my employer. and years ago I needed a sponsor, or this event was going to fall over. And Auckland Airport picked us up, and all the airport and my other family that I go to work with also supported this event, and there's a lot of them in this room tonight. Sky City, I can't thank you enough for letting us play in your backyard and for embracing this event and becoming almost a New Zealand icon. I have South Auckland firefighters that regularly tell me they turn up to a working job, a burning building, and the first thing the person says to them, "Do you climb that Skytower?" Their house is burning down behind them. Yeah, we've got other things to deal with this year, mate. We'll talk about that later. And LBC. And I've dealt with a lot of people at LBC, and thank you to the whole team and everyone that's worked there, and especially at the moment, Gina, Samara, and Ella, who have sort of, I think I must talk to them about 12 times a day at a minimum, and thank you very much. And just, this is a family event, and I feel like I'm just talking to a greater part of my family. And from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of Heather's heart and everyone that helps in this event, thank you guys so much.
Beautiful words. Thank you very much, Scotty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our entree is going to come out now, and while we enjoy them, we're going to do some thank yous. As Scotty alluded to, an event as amazing as this just does not happen without a very loyal and strong whānau of sponsors, and we want to take this opportunity to thank them. So please give all the sponsors a huge round of applause. Come on, go crazy. And in particular, this event is blessed by some magnificent key sponsors who just love this event as much as everybody else in this room. So it's time to hear from them. First up, please give a warm welcome to the marvellous and mellifluous Marcus Reynolds from Sky City. Go crazy, everyone, go crazy. How are you? Keep clapping, he's not here yet. Come on. How are you, darling?
I'm very good, thank you. Wow, that's quite an introduction. Don't know how to back that up. Yeah, look, good evening, everyone. Very warm welcome this evening. My name's Marcus Reynolds. I'm the Head of Host Responsibility at Sky City here in Auckland, and I cover all of New Zealand. I prepared a speech, but having listened to Scotty and Brian and seen Liam, I don't think I can do it justice with a prepared speech. I mean, what an exceptional day. 950 firefighters. Congratulations to all of you. I had the privilege to take part today and have a go and see what you guys go through and feel like I was part of the event and see how much it mattered to everyone that was involved. And talk to the team from LBC and see what this means to them. And look, I mean, from a Sky City point of view, we're privileged. We really are. It's a humbling experience. Being involved in an event like this is something quite special, and we just play a very small part in that. It's really all about you guys. It's all about LBC. It's all about the great work they do, and of course the patients and the people and the families that they help. So look, I just want to acknowledge Scotty again for doing such a great job with this event over 17 years. I want to say thank you to Peter, the CEO at LBC, for the fantastic work him and his team do. Look, tonight's all about celebrating what we've achieved today. Everyone in this room, all the team at LBC and what they do. As a father, as a husband, as a son, I can't imagine what this does with families. And Brian, I just want to acknowledge you and Liam. It's a brave thing to do to come up here and talk how you did. It set me off. My wife turned to me and she cries pretty quick, and I think about 10 seconds in, she had to turn away and start wiping away the tears. But this is what it's about. It's the personal stories. It's that real impact and those real benefits that everybody in this room is having on the lives of people affected by this. So that's enough from me. Thank you, everyone in this room. Thank you, Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Peter. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you all again next year. Thank you.
Thank you to the lovely Marcus from Sky City, lovely long time. Also pivotal to the success of this event is the support of Auckland Airport. So let's get them up to say a few words as well. Please go crazy for the movingly magnificent Mary Liz Tuck, all the way from Auckland Airport.
Kia ora everyone, I'm Mary Liz Tuck from Auckland Airport, and we've been proud to support this event since it started in 2005. I think anyone who knows Scotty knows that we probably didn't have much choice in whether we supported the event or not. We've been proud to support him and his efforts. I'm also here in an unofficial capacity in support of my brother who did the climb today. Damien, I think he won the fundraising race today, not the actual race. His daughter and my niece Emma has been a superstar, and she's actually going through her treatment for leukemia at the moment, and she is nearly at the end, so she's slightly ahead of Liam, and she finishes in June this year. We've been incredibly proud of Damien and how he and his family have gone through this journey, and how Emma has faced it. And it was funny when, well, not funny, but when Brian was talking about the hair loss, that was the biggest thing for Emma, and she had beautiful long blonde curly hair, and we had to tell her that she was going to lose that hair. And as the aunt, I had that job, and I sat with her to tell her that, and she kind of looked at me and she was like, am I going to start looking like you with my short hair? So I was like, yeah, not that bad, you'll look better than me. But yeah, so we're really proud of them, and it's as if, and I think Damien raised over $67,000 today, so it's just been a phenomenal thing. He's not here tonight, so as his older sister, I'm taking all the applause on his behalf. But what as a family we have, and as the airport, I'm really proud of, is how we've come into this with an incredible structure and support that you come in from people like you who do it regardless of what your family is going through at the moment. You do it because it's a great cause to support. I'm very, very proud of our AES team. They're an incredible team who did the challenge today. I think they raised $20,000, but I'd just really like to acknowledge the airport. We've not had a great year, it's fair to say. We've seen our revenue fall off the side of a cliff. Sky City a little bit, I think, is in the same boat as us, so it's great that we have been able to both still support this event. And I think I'd just like to say about the AES guys, they're our heroes, particularly in the corporate office. I tried to do the fitness test that we make all of our new recruits go through, and I couldn't, and I thought I was quite fit, and I'd done a lot of training. I could do the beep test, but I could not lift anything afterwards. So they're incredible, and we have women and men in our team that did it today, and we're really proud of that diversity and where our AES guys do. And they've been incredible through COVID. They turn up every day, and they are at the front end of our border, so very, very proud of them. I'd also like to thank Annabelle Lush and all the team at LBC for all they do for many Kiwi families who depend on their support. And we will stay committed to this event because Tony won't let us stop. So thank you to everyone who climbed today. Enjoy your evening and your well-earned relaxation. Thanks.
Thank you, Mary Liz and Auckland Airport. All right, finally, please welcome to the stage from Fens, the rollickingly rambunctious Ron Devlin, and the man I consider to be the best dressed man in the room. Give it up for Ron Devlin from Fire and Emergency New Zealand. Ha-ha.
And you look great. Yeah. Yeah, kia ora tātou mate te whānau, and Thank you, Jackie, who's now known as Auntie Jackie. Is that right? Yeah, Auntie Jackie's good. And what a great night, what a great day, and all of the things that you've done today, I think is quite spectacular and quite an awe, to be honest. I want to shout out to a few people, obviously, starting with Auckland Airport. Thank you very much for your continued sponsorship of this, and Sky City. And reflecting on Sky City, the last time I was there, it wasn't so good for your roof, I have to say. But we kind of got it under control eventually. But, you all notice that I'm the only person in the room that's dressed inconspicuously. And this is done on purpose, just so that you know who I am. And it allows me to look in the mirror and understand who the hell I am as well. So Brian, Jennifer and Liam, thank you for your story. Hard told, and I have to say, you know, it's not easy to live through that journey. And I really send my heart out to you. It's an incredible story, but it seems with a spectacular ending. And that I acknowledge and bow to you people, particularly Brian, for standing up here tonight. As a father, as I am, and being able to tell that story is not easy. I again bow to you. Peter Ferguson from Leukemia and Blood Cancer. Congratulations to you and all that you do. I'm sitting at a table over here from somebody from the Starship Hospital, Trish, works there. So I bow to you. Congratulations for the work that you do. And I am honestly in awe. The donors today, everybody that's given money, we really need to sort of step up and congratulate them, I think. Couple of people I want to shout out to. Brian Powell from Onarai, Adam Ruby from Omako, and of course Tony Scott from Auckland Airport and Kaikoui Rural, who explained to me earlier that his boy, as he called him, which is Harry, who he was his weight for years on his back as he trained for this, is now helping film this tonight. So well done, Harry, for I suspect you went up and down that tower a few times, so good on you, mate. $1.35 million is not something you say quickly, but I think in the world of leukemia and blood cancer, you probably spend it reasonably quickly because there's a lot to do. And I have some history with some family who suffered from this, which is one of the reasons I kind of ended up in New Zealand, to be honest with you. So I know the story is not easy, and I know that resources can be consumed incredibly quickly when you are faced with these challenges. So, but 1.35 million, and if you think about this since 2005, how much money you have actually raised, it is actually really quite spectacular. I don't want to be the person that stands between you and your dinner, and so I'm going to really quickly come to an end, and I just really want to take a quote from Homer's Iliad, where he talks very clearly about how fortunate he was to be in a time where he walked among giants. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I feel. I bow to you, you're absolute giants, for the work that you did today. You truly have my absolute awe and my passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to the lovely Ron from Fens. Just for a minute, when I first saw him in uniform, I thought they'd hired me a stripper, and I was very happy. But just for a minute, and then I realised I was amongst a legend. All right, my darlings, enjoy your entrees, and then we'll be back with the first part of our formalities, the first part of prize giving. Bon appetit, I miss you already. Mwah.
Every 4 hours.
warm welcome to your diva of the day, the evergreen, the ever-present, the in front of you, Jackie Clark. Go crazy. I'm sorry, my needs are greater than that. Let's try that again with a warm ovation. Jackie Clark. Thank you. I'm going to sing for you. This is a song called Tarakihi. Turn it up, darling, turn it up. Kia kiarite, koterite, kiarite, takahia kia ngawari, doronga kewa hoke mai. Whakarongo aio, ki te tangi mai, a te manune, a te taraki I te weheru atanga o te po, tararata, kita, kita, tararata, kita, kita, wiri o papa toene, toene, wiri o papa toene, toene, hopi maya pi, turi patia, he, he, ho. Kia kiarite, koterite, kiarite, takahia kia ngawari, doronga kewa hoki mai. Whakarongo aio, ki te tangi mai, a te manune, a te taraki I te weheru atanga o te po. Tararata, kita, kita, tararata, kita, kita, wiri o papa toene, toene, wiri o papa toene, toene, hopi waya I, turi patia, ho. Kia kiarite, koterito, kiarite, takahia kia ngawari, doronga kewa hoki mai. Whakarongo aio, ki te tangi mai, a te manune, a te taraki I te weheru atanga o te po. Tararata, kita, kita, tararata, kita, kita, wiri o papa toene, toene, wiri o papa toene, toene, hopi waya I, turi patia, he, ho. Thank you, darlings. Well, I trust you're enjoying this beautiful event, the beautiful company, the lovely food, the marvellous wine. I have to say, wine is my favourite thing on the planet. I like it more than children. My children, yeah. So I want to share with you my favourite story about wine. This involves... This is a story from deep within my bosom. You must listen. I know, it's a very deep place. This is about a couple who I know very well, and they have kept their marriage very alive by having a daily ritual. They both live very busy lives, and they insist that when they finish work, they meet each other on their back deck and they have a glass of wine together and enjoy a little bit of quality time. And they're doing this, and this is the secret to their relationship being happy all these years. They're sitting there one day, and they're enjoying a lovely glass of Sauvignon Blanc, and the wife says to the husband, "Darling, I love you so much." And he just rolls his eyes and he says, "Is that you talking or is that the wine talking?" She says, "Yeah, it's me and I'm talking to the wine." Autobiographical, that story. Now, I'm a Gisborne girl. Is anybody here from Gisborne? East Coast in the house. So I'm a Gisborne girl and a singer, and of course my great idol is the greatest Gisborne woman ever and the greatest singer ever, the great Dame Kiri Te Kanawa, who was originally mooted as being the guest artist for tonight, but she's really expensive. I, on the other hand, am slightly cheaper, and I do quite a good Kirita Kanawa impersonation, it's my one party trick that I can do in public that doesn't involve ping pong balls, and that's what I'm going to do for you now. Pays to be dexterous. And if you believe that, you believe anything. Shh, 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 shh. I must have quiet to impersonate a great diva. Okay, so this is a true story. The first time I heard Dame Kiri sing was at the Millbrook Estate. You guys been there? Arrowtown? Beautiful golf resort, and it was one of the first outdoor orchestral events ever held in this country, which is something in Aotearoa we do beautifully. So Dame Kiri's there, and she's got this big frock on, big orchestra behind her, and it's sunset, so the light is just going behind the Southern Alps and the stars are just starting to twinkle, and it's getting a bit dark on stage, so the lighting man does what any good lighting man should do, and he puts a great big spotlight on Kiri, and every bug in a 200-kilometre radius went into her light. No shit, it's absolutely true. And I'm sitting there with performer's anxiety going, no, what's she going to do, She did not even bat an eyelash, and that evening her version of Po Kari Kariana sounded like this. It's me, not her. Po Kari Kariana, now I arotarua, fiti atu koe. Marin online, Thanks very much. I'm just going to sing one more song for you, and then I believe we will enjoy our beautiful dinner, and then we will get into the prize-giving part of the evening, seriously, because I know that's what a lot of you are waiting for. So this is a little Nina Simone song called Feeling Good. Intro, please, Christopher. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, oh, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm good. Hit me, brother, hit me, brother. Oh, yeah. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. Rivers running free, oh, you know how I feel. Blossoms on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, yeah. Dragonflies out in the sand, oh, you know how I feel. Butterflies all having fun, oh, you know how I feel. Said I'd sleep in peace when the day is done, and you know how that feels. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling
Thank you very much. All right, I'm just going to leave you to your own devices. The dinner will be out very shortly. Enjoy your dinner, and then we'll be back with our prize giving. I miss you already. See you soon. See you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, please your attention. Let's get the formalities underway. All right, I know many of us are here for this next part of the evening, which of course is the prize giving. So I need to make sure as an audience you understand what is required of you, and that is to give applause of tantric ovation level. So I just want to make sure that you're in the mood, and I would like to start by inviting all the men in the room to applaud now. Yeah, I've had better. All the women in the room, applaud now. It's just a superior tone. It really is. Everybody over 40, applaud now. Everybody under 40, applaud now. Some of you are liars. Everybody from the North Island, applaud now. Everybody from the South Island, applaud now. All Squad 51 members, applaud now. Oh, you guys are tired, eh? Oh, everybody called John, applaud now. All right, I think you're ready now. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get into the awards. If you are coming up, in each category we're going to be announcing mostly thirds and seconds and firsts as a group. Please, as you hear your name called, assemble on this side of the stage. You'll come up and you'll get your medal or your trophy and then exit that way. And please, when you hear your name called, please move fast. A short show's a good show. Gentlemen, this is the one night in your life when speed will be appreciated. Get on with it. Ladies, on the other hand, work the room. We all know how long it takes to get frocked up for one of these things, so make sure everybody sees your frock. Okay, we're ready for the awards. And to get us in the mood, with great pleasure, I'd like to invite to the stage the CEO of Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Peter Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, go crazy, go crazy.
Thank you, everyone, and this is my official welcome to you all tonight and today for the 2021 Firefighter Skytower Stair Challenge. That's a word in itself. Given the chaos of the world that we live in at the moment in the last 12 months, I'm pretty conscious that we're lucky to be here to run events like this and gather. We certainly didn't do that as much as we'd like to last year. It's great to have our friends around us and celebrate some of the simple things in life. There's a famous saying, so I'm going to cover a couple of things here. Mighty oaks from little acorns grow. And talking about the Firefighter event, and it's been touched on, it started from humble beginnings, a few firefighting mates that went up to the tower. And then in 2005, the event was born, 88 firefighters, $17,500, and Scotty led that. And many of those, I believe, are still involved today, which is amazing. 17 years on, this iconic event is through the hard work, endless training and fundraising efforts of thousands of firefighters each year. And we've reached an amazing milestone over the last wee while. We've raised in excess of $10 million across the history of this event, which is brilliant. And probably most importantly, the mammoth effort that has helped tens of thousands of New Zealanders and their families in their battle with blood cancer during the most vulnerable time of their lives. Everyone in this room has been a critical part of that journey, and two particular partners I want to mention today. Fire Up Events, Scotty and Heather and the Fire Up team, and Sky City. Let's face it, without a tower, there would be no challenge, I suspect. So where does this funding go? And I've heard this a couple of times. You're all aware that 7 people every day are diagnosed with blood cancer. That's 1 every 3.5 hours. So at least 7 today while we've been running this event. And over 21,000 people live with blood cancer in New Zealand at the moment. So we continue to drive with a simple mantra, which is a vision to cure and a mission to care. We know that people's lives unravel when they're diagnosed. They're dealing with complex information. They have to leave their communities for treatment, sometimes for months, sometimes for years at a time. They're forced to give up their jobs, and it's a massive impact on their families and the friends around them. And that's where the LBC team come in. We've got a fantastic team of qualified staff around the country that support patients and their families, from Invercargill to Skytower. And undoubtedly, the past 12 months has been challenging for most Kiwis. We've enjoyed our freedom because of border restrictions, but our blood cancer patients, in many instances, have been immune compromised, and that means that they've remained very nervous and very fearful. And while they wait for their vaccinations, because they're not until group 3, they rely on us around them to be vaccinated as well to reduce their risk. The last 12 months, just to give you an idea of some stats around what our team does, we've individually gone and talked to 23,000 patients and family. That's 23,000 contacts. We've run and delivered 250 support groups for patients and families. Over 3,000 patients have attended those. We've assisted 1,500 patients financially, and that's paying bills, buying food, travel and parking, some of those really simple things in life. Educational programs, Brian mentioned about. We had massive success this year. Over 18,000 people came onto our webinars this year. Life went virtual and people got involved. And we've now channeled in excess of $7.5 million in the past 10 years into research to find a cure. So that's a big part of what we're here for. None of this could have been done without your support through this event. And I also want to recognise the firefighters and brigades that have doubled up this year. I need to really emphasise this. You guys came out for us in November. You put everything, your life on hold, and you came and gave us an event in November, and now you've come back in May. And we'll hear a little bit later on that what you've raised in May is just astounding. It's been our financial saviour last year, and it'll probably be our financial saviour this year. So a very big thank you. A couple of key thank yous: Sky City, Marcus, and the Sky City team. Look, these guys go above and beyond. It's not just this event. We're indebted to their generosity. They support a whole range of our events. The guys on the ground, special thank you. I can't see you in the dark, but Hayley and Josh and Willie and your teams for all the work that you do around the event. David and Marcus, who did some fundraising and ran up the tower today as well. Fantastic work. Auckland Airport, we heard from Mary Liz, and I know that the airport team had a tough year, tougher than most. So it's fantastic to still have them with us and still supporting us. Definitely want to thank you for that. Fire and emergency fans are on another critical link for this event in particular, to have that engagement right from the top of Fire and Emergency New Zealand and supporting us in this event. Rosenbauer, who come on board each year and sponsor a state-of-the-art headset, which will be one of the major prizes that go out today. And our LBC team, they've been mentioned a few times. I'm enormously proud of our team. They go above and beyond. We've got a few of them here tonight. They're scattered around. So if you're sitting at a table with either Faye, Gina, Annabelle, Mary Lou, Samara, Ella, Matt, Tim, Joe, Maggie, or Maddie, they're here to share the glory of the whole team. Look, the nature of events like this are over in a few hours, but we can underestimate the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. There's about 6 months worth of work that goes in behind making this happen. I do get to see it, and I do get to appreciate it, so I want to thank my team for that. We do have a couple of LBC board members sitting in our midst too. So to Penny Milne, Tony Wilding and Andrew Lisa, thank you very much for being here tonight too. And finally, my last thank you is to Fire Up Events. Scotty, Heather, all the Fire Up team. I know that you guys live and breathe this event all year round, and this year has been particularly momentous. 2 events in 6 months. The enthusiasm never stops, and it's never more evident in our offices. Scotty drops in from time to time, and we have never-ending streams of ideas, discussions, innovations that keep the event evolving, so I want to thank you for that. I also know that there is a deep connect and commitment that goes well beyond this event to the families that are supported by all of us, and it underpins the very special bond that LBC has with Fire Up events. I think you know, Scott, in here that we are family, so I want to thank you for all of your efforts over the last 17 years and further, another 17 years, no pressure, and a big thank you. So with that said, Scotty, I think it's time to start giving the prize giving out. If you want to come up to the stage and join me. I'll leave you to it for a while.
You know, when you say something, like I said earlier, and I said thank you to everybody, and there's one person you forget, and you sit there and go, oh, no. That person, and it's probably the people that are almost closest to me now. My cousin Nick and his friends are sitting over there from St. John, and every year they come down. I've had although Nick's my cousin, he's sort of more grown up as a brother to me. Our parents have been very close, and then Nick got into the ambulance, and I got into the fire brigade, and we ended up working in South Auckland together, and seeing each other at a lot of jobs. I had a story to tell, which I can't tell because it's being live streamed, that's black humour, and I really can't tell the story. Maybe later I might tell it. But I just want to say thank you to you guys. I live in the far north, and I think we have more medical cover in that Skytower while you guys run up than we have in the entire far north in any one day. So thank you to you guys in St. John for looking after us so much. Now, behind us, you see a lot of bling. Things have changed a little bit in 6 months, and it's been a really big 6 months to get to this, to the point that we bought the trophies literally here, finished in the last few hours. And just a person that helped me set these up just thought from a public perspective that this event's achieved so much, it needs to have that stature, that some of these things that we're going to take home. So you might remember we had the hydrants for the fundraising, and now they've turned into standpipes, which is probably a little more relevant to what we do here in New Zealand, and a little bit of the Skytower in there with a Firefighter. But all ado, we're going to get into the speed stuff first. A category that were inspired by the Australians coming over from the rural guys. We tried a rural category years ago, carrying up forestry packs. No one really seemed too keen on carrying 3 lengths of forestry and a pack on your back up the Skytower. I don't know why that didn't take off, but chainsaws did. They must look cool. So, further ado, ladies first. Can I have Sapphire O'Connell and Lindsay Nort and Mel Dixon to the stage, please? To the side, to the side, to the side. So Sapphire O'Connell from Te Kahawai, her time was 22:56. Lindsay's time was 14:50, and Mel's time was 14:15.
Thank you.
Any questions in my brigade? Thank you, ladies.
Well done.
Can we call someone from Sky City up, please? Can we have someone from Sky City present the speed stuff? Is that all right? Can a representative? Thank you. In the male rural open, we had Jerry Kenyon from Palmerston North Rural Fire, and Matthew Townsend from Rangatiki Rural Fire, and Troy Ramsey from Palmerston North Rural Fire. Jared's time was 15:06. 5 seconds earlier was Matthew at 15:01, and Troy with 13 a 34. Remember, this is the 60 floors. Left you hanging. So moving to the Don category, and I believe we have about 150 firefighters climb in this category. So in third place, this is a male Don, so in third place was Rangi Goodman from Bluff Volunteer Brigade. Second was Andrew Mackey from Tuatapere Brigade, and in first place was Rod Neal from Rarangi Brigade. And Rangi's time was 14:33, Andrew's time was 13:19, and Todd's time was 12:55. Oh, can Sky City stay here for the whole presentation? Sorry about that. Good.
Yeah, well done.
Sorry about that. And female donned masters in third place. So masters is over 40 category. And in donned, we only have the 2 categories since there's numbers involved. So in third place, Carmel Simons from Lee Brigade. Second place was Catherine Beasley from Kaikoai. And in first place was Kerry McSaveny from Wellington Rural Fire. And Carmel's time was 19:03, and Catherine's time was 17:02, and Kerry's time was 16:56. Yeah. And one of the reasons tonight we're live streaming this event out, and you can watch it later and share it with friends, is a lot of people, for a lot of reasons, can't make a dinner. This place can only hold 350. We're pretty much sold out tonight. Not everyone can be here, so we do appreciate that people sometimes can't be here to come up and get their awards. Masters donned male. In third place was Rob Horsnail from Blenheim Rural Fire. In second place was Todd Neal from Rarangi Brigade. And in first place was Sean Tickner from Hamilton Operational Support. I know Rarangi's here. Yeah. So Daniel's time was 15:31. Rob's time was 13:01. Who's coming up? And Sean's time was 12:06. And female donned open. So this is all of the categories put together. So if the oldies beat the young, it's just tough. They get faster. So in third place again is Kerry McSaveny from Wellington Rural Fire, and in second place was Sam Lockett and Turnham from Wellington Operational Support, and Julia Beasley in first place from Aprongia Fire Brigade. Right. And Kerry's time was 16:56, Sam's time was 16:20, and Julia's was 14:18. male donned open. So technically 16 to 39. Third place, Neil Smith, Twizel Volunteer Fire Brigade. Second place, Sean Tickner from its Hamilton Operational Support. And in first place, Robert Simpson from Waikanai Volunteer Fire Brigade. Just looking for the movement, the light is quite bright up here. So Neil's time was 12:18, Sean's was 12:06, and Robert's was 11:11. So Firefighter of Steel, just a little bit of a story behind Firefighter of Steel. A few years ago, we could never get any of you to wear a steel cylinder for the life of anybody. And then every now and again, an odd one would pop up in the event, and Heather was in the lift one day, and she overheard someone going, "Man, did you wear that steel cylinder up?" Sort of gave her a bit of an idea, and she ran it past me and said, "We should make the steel category." And then I was having a beer with Willie one day from Skytower, and he goes, "You could go a couple of floors higher if you wanted to 60." And I thought, yeah, heavier, go higher, that'll work, yeah. And it did work. So we had 78 firefighters do Firefighter of Steel today, so yeah. It's an amazing category because, for a lot of reasons. One, because they're carrying nearly twice the weight of everybody else, but B, we don't have to fill the cylinders. It's brilliant. So because there's so many that climb in that category, we have got an open and a masters, not just one for male and female. So remember, they're carrying twice the weight and they're going up to 60 floors. So Firefighter Grand Master Male, Derek Rickard of Papamoa, and Bernie Miller from Western Fire Brigade, and Andrew Prescott from Oceana Gold. Derek did 16:33, Bernie did 16:29, and Andrew did 15:06. So Firefighters are still female masters, Michelle Hilton of Morrinsville, Jodie Prudy of Te Puke, and Naomi White of Waikuku Beach. And Michelle did it in a time of 13:41, and Jodie was in 22:52, and Naomi, who's coming up on and Naomi did it in 21:16. Well done, you.
Thank you.
And Firefighter Steel Masters, and in third place, Paul Austin from Marston Refinery, Cam Smales, Eastern Bay Whakatane, and I don't believe this guy's actually a master, he's got such a baby face, and German Matamala from Westport. So just before I mention the times, hang on, I'll give a hug. Just before I mention the times, remember this is 60 floors and twice the weight. Paul Austin, 15:57, Cam Smales, 14:29, and Herman, 14:19. So open Firefighter of Steel. Third place, female, sorry, open, yep. Anna Smith, St Kilda, our guests from overseas. Second place, Sarah Snooks, Aotearoa. And in first place, Laura Andrews from Auckland Airport. So Anna's time was 20:38, Sarah's time was 19:31, and Laura's was 16:55. And for the Open, for Firefighter male steel, in third place was Simon Matawahi from it's the Warkworth Brigade, and Cam Smales from Whakatane, and in first place again, Herman Matamala from Westport. And the older guy beat all the younger guys. So Simon's time was 14:30, Cam's time was 14:29, 1 second faster, and Herman's was 14:19, which is 10 seconds faster, so very close category. Okay, male Dondon started. Now, 700 or plus of the field run started on air. I'm led to believe that when you run on air, your heartbeat runs at 20 beats at minimum faster than you do when you're donned. So, and it's also a fight against having to run out of air and the balance. So, something I personally enjoy running in. So, Supreme Grandmasters, over 50. Over 50. I just made that twice because we had late one. Yeah. Third place, Alan Bennett from Genesis ERT. Second place, Jeff Brown from Ahopi Brigade. And in first place, Murray Hart from Nelson Airport. Alan's time was 14:56, Jeff's time was 14:26, and Murray's was 14:09. Male Don started Grandmasters. A Supreme Master over 60, was it? Yeah. Sorry, a Supreme Masters was over 60s, Grandmasters is over 50. Just have to respect when you get older how fast these guys are still moving and the girls are still moving. So we just want to make these categories biggest part of the event. So in third place, from Mangataroro Fire Brigade was Glenn Orford. In second place, from Okura Brigade was Fergus Robinson. And in first place, from Takapuna Fire Brigade was Mike Williamson. Glenn's time was 12:03, Fergus's time was 11:54, and Michael Williams was 11:37, and also a former winner of the overall Once Upon a Time.
Here again.
So moving on to the females, and Don started, we didn't have any grandmasters in the females this year. We had we have females in the masters. So in third place from Plymouton Fire Brigade is Leo Smith. In second place from Aruawai was Joe Forsyth. And in first place from Whangarei is Aidy McKenzie. The lady with a smile that's bigger than her. Yeah. So Aidy still holds the overall female record for this as well. So male Don started Masters, over 40. Third place, Nathan Peterson from Christchurch Metro. And Gavin Mason from Queenstown Airport Rescue Fire. And in first place from Genesis Energy, Gareth Dodd. So Nathan's time was 10:17, Gavin's time was 9:45, and Gareth's time was 9:20. It was my first year that I actually got to get up to watch the first squad come in. I had the pleasure of having National Commander Kerry Gregory with me, and we went up to watch them come in. And I've seen footage of it firsthand, and I heard all this cheering, and then nothing, and nothing, and nothing, and I see Gareth crawl over the finish line, and I'm like, okay. And then they once his buzzer went off for his chip, they dragged him and got everything off him, and then he got onto an IV, and my cousin goes, that's normal, he's often on an IV when he comes up here. It's like, all right, but you know, we love to do this event. We love the fundraising side of it. We love the race side of it. You might be out to, like myself, to beat your personal time, but when you see these guys finish and the amount of time they put into that end of the deal, and he left nothing in the tank. So, well done, mate. Well done. Female Open, Donnan started. So in third place was Corey Middledorf from Queenstown Fire Brigade. Rebecca Wright from Hastings Fire Brigade. And in first place, Aidy McKenzie from Whangarei. And they are heavy. Yep. Okay, guys, fastest overall male open In third place, Gavin Mason, Queenstown Airport Rescue Fire. And in second place, Ben Smith from Auckland Airport Rescue Fire. And in first place, none other than Gareth Dodd from Genesis Energy. Actually, Josh, can we get up here a second, please? So, Josh, after last year, you remember we had all the other trophies. Just bringing Josh Harrison to the stage. Josh has won this event 10 years running, a decade, in first place. When we made the new trophies, we wanted to name them if we could, and we felt it was very appropriate to name the male trophy after Josh. So we want Josh to be able to present the trophy over to Gareth. So we come to almost the end of the speed stuff, which is the teams event. The teams event's taken on the fastest 3 donned and started times home, whether it's male or female, it doesn't matter. The fastest 3 from any brigade. So if a brigade's got 30 in it or a brigade's got 3 in it, it's the fastest 3 home. So in third place, with a combined time of 38 minutes and 30 seconds, was Palmerston North Fire Station. With a combined time of 32:48 was Auckland Airport Rescue Fire. And in a combined time of 30 minutes and 52 seconds was Genesis ERT. So Palmerston North was Jeremy Dodge, Pete Chamberlain and Dean McLean. Auckland Airport was Ben Smith, Chris Beswick and Kahu Compain. And Genesis was Gareth Dodd, Bryn Elwin and Luke Godstill. Ben, you can bring 2 of your friends up if you want to come and get something, the medals. Just move along 3 times, Ben. I'm just looking for Peter in the room. Do we want to do check now or at the end? Peter, if we get to the fundraising part? In? Okay. I just want every brigade in the room that has received a hydrant in the past to stand, please. I know there's a lot of brigades that have received them. Yeah, stand up. If a brigade, I know Auckland Airport, you stand. I know you're there. Any brigade that's received a hydrant over the last 9 or so years, look around the room, guys. Look at the brigades over the years that have gone out there and done something. Thank you very, very, very much. So from being cliche, firefighters, fire hydrants, to what we actually have in the country and sinking a standpipe behind us. So what we've done is we've done individuals, we've done squads, a brigade squad of 1 to 4, a brigade squad of 5 to 9, and a 10 plus. And I can't see the individuals, Matt. Oh, top. Peter, can we get you to come up and do the handing out of these ones? We are making this up as we go along, yes. No, we're not. Okay, so a brigade, a squad of 2 to 4 members. In third place with $8,515 is Methven Volunteer Fire Brigade. In second place with $8,845 was Counties Manukau. And in first place with $21,335 was Oceana ERT. Oceana Gold ERT, Waihi. If all those would like to come up, that. Yeah, Waihi, yep. Oceana ERT Waihi, yep. My job's only to read out the names, okay? That's all good. In Matt's defence, we never actually put things on we just had the awards and nothing written on them. Now they've been beautifully engraved and all that. So anyone that reads it in years to come, wherever you place them in your workplace or your station, you'll be able to know what they're for, rather than, oh, we think we won something for that. It's, Are you ready for the next one? So fundraising brigade squads of 5 to 9 members. In third place with $20,708 was St Andrew Volunteer Fire Brigade. In second place, $22,708, so $2,000 more, was Wauku Fire Brigade. And in first place with $39,477 with Genesis ERT. I know, I'm going to make just for him sit down. No. You know, ease his pain with my alcohol later.
Lovely trophies. You like them? Yeah, mate. So you did a good job. Has he made them?
No, guy over something, so I need to do the person in the morning. Stop them. So a fundraising brigade squads of 10 plus members. In third place with $19,969 is Auckland International Airport Rescue Fire. And in second place with $25,151 was Napier Spitfires. And in first place with $29,544 was a Pukekohe Fire Brigade. I can actually walk with them.
Don't miss this photo. You missed the team.
Oh, you just jumped it. You jumped it.
Thank you very much.
Should have been faster. You were just too slow.
Hey, we got yours, mate.
You're too slow.
We ran so fast up the towers, Scotty.
I'm not doing the photograph. How are you? Alex, well done. Well done. Go. Pukekohe.
Well done. Thank you very much. Well done.
So the next award is a full set of firefighter gear from Rosenbauer. Rosenbauer is the company that makes our big Panthers that we have at a lot of the airports we have here in New Zealand. Arthur, if you're watching, thank you very, very much for your donation. They're a huge supporter of this event as well. So they put a helmet, a full set of kit, a bag. Last year, Brad Edwards won it from Napier. From Napier. And so this year, when he gets up on stage, I'll call the winner. But with an individual fundraising of $11,170 is Jim Snedden from Oiku. Who happens to be the oldest firefighter we have running in this event at the age of 79.
Well done, Jim. Outstanding. Very good. One trophy, one bag.
This means you got to come back next year, Jim, and climb with that flash gear. So guys, for years when the event was really small, we only had like one prize for the most fund raised, and that seemed to be really unfair. So what we've done is all the brigades that have fundraised is divided by the amount of firefighters they have climbing, and the most amount that they have per firefighter is the overall winner of the Supreme Fundraising Award, which was a cup, which is now a huge standpipe. So, with the average per person climbing of $9,209, it was Hiritonga, Rural Fire.
Outstanding effort. Thank you very much.
There's no awards for this. We just want to mention it though. Oceana Gold Waihi, the average per person or per firefighter there was $5,338. Yep. And the Leston Volunteer Fire Brigade with an average of 4,709. Outstanding efforts, guys. We haven't been able to hand this little award out for a couple of years due to our lovely little friend called COVID. So as soon as the bubble opened, I got about 4 emails. Can we come over? Can we come over? I said, absolutely, you can come over. And so our top fundraiser from Australia, because no one else can come and visit us at the moment, is Robert Foote. With $1,235. I'm sure Robert came. Did Robert come? Didn't make it. Got it out and everything. And the next closest was Murubak CFA with $348. And it is very difficult to go overseas to fundraise in your country to take money overseas. Squad 51. So, been fighting with this name of this squad for a long time. It used to be called Squad 7 when we only used to have 6 squads in the event. Then we got more than one Squad 7 and it became awkward. We called all different names, but I think we've found a really good home for it now. 51 being how many floors we climb, and so there's 8 in the unit, and I think it's fitted really well. We've had an amazing year with Squad 51, some amazing people in it. Typically in the past, anyone that fundraised $20,000, $30,000 was outstanding. This, I'd like to call Mary Liz Tuck, which is Damien's sister, to the stage, who is also my big boss. I met Damien about a week and a half ago when he came in for a little bit of, it was a few tips on our Stairmaster. A very, very humble guy. I've been very privileged to hear about him over the last few years from Mary Liz when I've sat with her. So to raise $67,230 is outstanding. Damien also works for PwC, which is one of LBC's sponsors. I think personally it shows how much people care about him and his family to be able to put the kind of money they put against his name. So I think when someone's liked and popular and does a good job, that's the sort of reward you get. We just have one more award to give out tonight, and it's something that's incredibly special. It's not from me, it's not from Heather, it's from the event, and it's the Taiaha. The Taiaha is given through the community. So through the community supporting your brigade, through the firefighters that are climbing, through your team captain, is given to the next team captain that goes back to the brigade and to the other community. So the taiaha is only ever given from one person to one person. It is formally a weapon, but we wanted to signify the amount that the communities are supporting the brigades to raise these phenomenal amounts of money. This has been really difficult this year. It gets harder and harder and harder to select these ones. And I just want to mention two other brigades, some outstanding things they've done. Balfour teamed up with, and I can't pronounce their name with respect, but they're way down in the South Island, 150 people in their brigade. They raised $16,500. The community insisted they did an auction. It was outstanding. Palmerston North got involved with the schools. The school got the kids to run around the school dressed as firefighters, carrying firefighting equipment, sponsoring them to run around. Outstanding. But there can only be, first of all, before I pronounce the winner, I'd like to bring up the current holders of the taiaha and that have made the next taiaha. So the brigade that takes this taiaha home then has to go and find a local carver and carve a taiaha from their region or from their brigade. And before I announce the winner, I want the current Hawke's Bay brigade to come up with their taiaha and to tell you about what the carvings on their taiaha mean.
Kia ora everyone. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. It's an honour for the Hastings team to pass on this privilege to the next team. It's an honour for us. Just a little bit of whakaaro about, from our carver in regards to the taiaha, which is special and from the Hastings area. Name's Te Koiti, which is little finger. This was the last nail that Mahuika cast into the trees to hold her mauri of fire so it would not be lost. The rākau is Pūriri from the Maunga Taniwha block between Heretonga and Wairoa. The aue makue, the muka, the inner strands of the harakeke flax. Underneath are 6 rau manu kahu. These represent the 6 team members who received the previous taiaha. The designs on the upoko are Pakati Haihai. These are the local kahanunu and tairāwhiti notches. On the arero tongue, taratara a kai. These represent the abundance of kai food to remind us of the unquenchable appetite of Mahuika, who's the goddess of fire. And a symbol on there of knowledge needed for us to do our duty safely in the protection of all our communities. Kia ora.
Like I said, it was a very, very hard decision to make, this one. This brigade's been with this event for an awful long time and they've had an awful lot of community support. I'd like to call to the stage Rārangi. So take this back to your brigade, treasure this. I will send you all the details you need to know what it means, and we can have a discussion about, and you can go away into your community and find a kamatu or someone, a carver, to help you to bring it back next year, and you'll be presenting to the next brigade. So thank you very, very much for your community that does so much for this event. Thank you. Can I have all the sponsors, Fins, Ron, Mary Liz, and Sky City? We're just going to get a photo with the cheque and the official amount. So our previous highest fundraiser we've ever done, which is 2019 before COVID, was $1,309,000. And the current cheque is $1,357,410. Later at night, while we're doing the dancing and stuff, you're more than welcome to get a photograph of the cheque. My parting words tonight, I watched a clip from a person who I really admired. A saying that he said was, "What you do for others is the rent you pay for the time you spend on this earth," and that was by Muhammad Ali, and I think they're really beautiful words. So until the 28th of May next year, when I see you all again bright-eyed and keen to run up that tower, have a great night, guys. Thank you very much for everything.
How about one more big round of applause for all our winners tonight? Fundraising and speed. Woohoo! And thank you very much, Scotty, for running that award ceremony. Okay, that concludes the formalities for the evening. Dessert is about to come out. We've got the room till midnight. We have an amazing band about to come on and entertain you called Black Salt. So enjoy the rest of your night. Be good to each other. The bar's open till 11:30. Okay, have a good night. Thank you.